Welcome everyone to another lecture of engineering mechanics. In this lecture, we are going to discuss equilibrium, which is our next chapter. So, the topics which we are going to cover in this video is how to draw FBD. FBD stands for free body diagram, which is very important in this chapter to know how to draw it. Otherwise, you won't be able to solve any questions. Then after that, we will going to discuss types of supports. We are going to see some numericals and also what are the different types of loads. So without wasting any further time, let's start our video. So what are the types of supports and how to draw their FBD? First, we are going to start from there. So there are four types of supports which we are going to discuss in this video, and it is the only four type which is going to be asked in papers as well. So the first support is hinge support, or you can say hinge support. So the FBD for hinge support is like this. You have to draw horizontal force and a vertical force acting at the point where hinge is connected. Like in this diagram, this is the beam AB. A hinge is connected at point A, so its FBD will be a horizontal force and a vertical force will be acting at point A. The another type of support is roller support. So in roller support, this is the diagram by which you can show a roller support. Uh, for roller support, only a vertical force or vertical reaction should be in the free body diagram. After that, we have fixed support. So in fixed support, horizontal, vertical, and along with this, a movement also comes into role while drawing the FBD for fixed support. So for rope support, always remember rope, wire, string, it exerts tensile force on the body. So for tensile force, the direction should be away from the body. So that's why you can see in the above three supports, the direction of the force is towards the point, but in the fourth we can see that clearly see that the direction of the force is away from the body, or you can say away from the point. This is because in the above reactions, or you can say in the above supports, there is a fixed support. You can say there are reactions, so reaction is always towards the body, and in rope, wire, string, there is tensile force which is always away from the body. So here we have discussed types of supports and how to draw its FBD. After that, we have types of loads and also how to draw its FBD we are going to discuss here. So the first support is point load. So point load is very simple. It is directly given, no need to draw any extra simplification in this. So second one is uniformly distributed load. This is the diagram for showing how a uniformly distributed load is seen. So this is the uniformly distributed load. So for uniformly distributed load, you have to just simply multiply this with the distance as I have done here, which will be 20, and to show where this force will act, you have to divide the length by 2. So L by 2, L by 2. So friends, as I was telling you that in uniformly distributed load, we have to just simply multiply the given force with the length, which will give us 20 Newton. And for showing its point of reaction, you have to just simply divide the length by L by 2, L by 2 for uniformly distributed load. And we have another type of load, that is trapezoidal load. In trapezoidal load, we have to simplify this trapezoid into two components, that is one is upper triangle and the second one is the rectangle. So for rectangle, the FBD will be, you can see, W1 upon L by 2, means the weight which will be given here and the point where this weight will act will be L by 2, means total distance divided by 2. And for triangle, the weight will be given as 1 by 2 W2 minus W1 into L, and the length will be L by 3. So overall FBD will be, you have to show W1 at point L by 2 and you have to show W2 at point L by 3, which will be near to the 90 degree of this triangle. So now guys, we have discussed all types of supports and loads. Now we are going to see some questions on this. So the very first question which I have taken here is this. We have a beam AB. On this beam, point A is attached to a hinge and point B is attached to a ruler. Guys, this is the second way to show a roller support, so remember it also. And you can see here we have given a uniformly distributed load whose force is 2 kilonewton and the distance is 5 meter. So as I have told you, to draw FBD of uniformly distributed load, you have to just simply multiply this by this, so it will give us 10. And to show the point, we have to just simplify, divide the length by 2, L by 2, L by 2, that will give 2.5, 2.5. So other diagram you can see. And as I have told you how to draw FBD of hinge support and roller support. For hinge support, a horizontal as well as a vertical component, and for a roller only a vertical component. Now friends, in equilibrium we have some conditions of equilibrium, that is summation of moment of A is 0, summation of moment of Fx is 0, and summation of moment of Fy is 0. So after drawing this simplified FBD, now we are going to calculate VB, VA, HA. So for calculating that, we'll use the above three conditions. So our first condition is summation of moment of A is equals to 0. So I have considered the summation of moment which are acting in anti-clockwise direction as positive. So as you can see here HA, VA and this 12 cos 30 will become 0, as it is lying in the transmissibility of force of line. As we are calculating the forces at A, that's why HAVA is acting at point A, so it will become 0, and 12 cos 30 is in the line of force of A, that's why it will also become 0. After that, you have to calculate summation of moments of A. So 4 kilonewton, 12 sin 30, 10, 10. As you can see, all these are downwards, so it will be clockwise. Hence, minus will come, and this VB is upward, means it is anti-clockwise. That's why VB will be positive. And as I have told you how to calculate moment in the previous video, so there is a formula to calculate moment. So what is the formula? You have to just simply multiply the force with the distance, perpendicular distance you can say. So for 4 kilonewton, 4 into 5, and for 12 sin 30 you have to add this distance, both distance, that is 5 plus 5, that will be 10, into 12 sin 30. You have to consider the sign as well, as both these forces are downward, means you can say it is clockwise, hence minus sign I have taken. For 10 kilonewton and this 10 kilonewton, 10 kilonewton is at a distance of 2.5 here and 10 here, so 12.5, and for this 10 it is overall 5 and this both are 10, so 10 plus 5, that will be 15. This both forces are also downwards, that's why it will also be clockwise. After that we have VB, which is acting vertically upward, means it is anti-clockwise in direction, hence VB into 20, as the overall distance is 20. So after solving, we will get VB equals to 17.75 kilonewton. Now applying the second condition, that is summation of Fx is 0. I have considered all the forces which are going rightwards as positive. So HA will be equals to 12 cos 30. Now we will say how it came. So guys, as you can see in the FBD, 12 cos 30 is going, you can say right side, so it will be like this, HA plus 12 cos 30. So when it will go this side, it will become minus. So now your question will be, now why you don't have considered minus here? So guys, you can see I have drawn an arrow here. So what does this arrow signifies? So this arrow signifies that the direction which we have taken is opposite to this. So therefore HA will be 10.39 kilonewton. So now third condition and our last condition, that is summation of Fy is 0. In this we have to consider all the forces which are going upward as positive. So VA minus 4 minus 20 minus 12 sin 30 is equals to 0. Therefore we will get VA equals to 12.25 kilonewton, which is acting vertically upward. Guys, you have to show the sign here, that is this. So now guys, this is the second question is also, you can say, very important, because in this I have shown that how to draw FBD of UDL, that is uniformly distributed load, and trapezoidal load. So now you can see for this triangle, that is it is called as UDL, or you can say triangular load. So for triangular load, you have to just simply use the formula, that is 1 by 2 into W into L. So W is 10, L is 3, so it will become 30, and 1 by 2 means it's half. So guys, I think I have forgot to draw the this force in the FBD, so I will draw it now. As you can see, it will be acting here, it will be 15 kilonewton. So you will say, why you drawn this 15 kilonewton point here only? So guys, as I have told you, to know the position of the force acting, we have a formula, that is for UDL we have to just simply divide the total length by 3. So 3 divided by 3 will be 1, hence I have shown the force at 1 meter distance. And now we will say from where we have to show the you can say 1 meter distance. So you have to show it from near the 90 degree of the triangle. So as you can see in the FBD, I have drawn 15 kilonewton from 1 meter. As we have a triangle here, like this manner, we have a triangle. This is the 90 for that triangle, and it is this 15 kilonewton is near to the 90. Guys, always remember this 15 kilonewton we have to show from the near of 90, means we have to start from the, you can say 90 degree you can say side, from here, not from here, otherwise your FBD will be wrong. So for this trapezoidal load, you can say you have to divide it into two parts, that is upper will be triangular and lower will be rectangle. So for rectangle you have to just simply 4 into 6, that is 24. Now we'll say what is the position. So in rectangle it is similar to, you can guys always remember rectangle is similar to the UDL, that is for finding the distance you have to just simply divide the total length by 2. So 6 divided by 2, that is 3. So 24 kilonewton will be acting at a distance of 3. So now for triangle. So for triangle we have another formula. For trapezoidal load condition, we have the formula for triangle, here I have written, that is W2 equals to 1 by 2 W2 minus W1 into L. So W2 minus W1, that is 6, length is 6, so 6 6 are 36, and 36 divided by 2. So guys, as I was telling that for this trapezoidal load, this is the triangle. So for triangle we have a formula, that is 1 by 2 W2 minus W1 into L. So 10 minus 4, that will give 6, 6 minus 6 into 6, that is 36, and 36 divided by 2 will give how much? It will be 18. So here 18 kilonewton force will be acting at a distance of this. Guys, this distance is for W1 and this distance is for W2. You can write this in your paper as well, that this distance I have considered for W1 and this for W2. So for W2, for finding the distance of triangle, as I have told you that you have to start it from the near point of the 90 degree, and the point where the force will be acting is the L by 3 point, that is 6 divided by 3, that is 2 meter. So as you can see, this force is acting at a 2 meter distance from the 90 degree. So this is all guys, I hope that you understand the lecture. Thanks for watching.